Hi, good evening. My name is Ben from ValtonetGroup. I'm just gonna share with you today how to. You don't need to do this anyway. Technically, on your side, we do it on your side, on behalf of you. So, what I just wanted to show you is how we build a private DNS server on our network that prevents you to get unwanted content, blocked websites, blocked adverts, and so on. So um, I'm gonna demonstrate with the UCLA speed test. What do you call this? Speed test website. Um, there is a couple of adverts. I don't know now what's happening. What's this thing talking about now? Let's see. Let me refresh the page. Okay, there we go. Finally loads. All right. So I'm going to log in into my router, and it's an experimental router. So I'll show you how we do configure this DNS from a public DNS which everybody is using to our local DNS which have a lot of content filtering, like I said, adverts, unwanted blocked websites, spamware, malwares, and a couple of things. So ValtonetGroup does work 24 hours to monitor this service on behalf of you. So as you can see, this page, it's clean. There is only what I need to do. So it's a simple configuration. I'm just gonna log in into my RB 960 GPS, which is an experimental router. It's a gigabit router. The default username is just admin with no password. There is no much of security that we're gonna deal with here. So what I'm just gonna do is come to my IP DNS. As you can see, I've already configured to our local DNS, or the private DNS server that we built inside our network for your protection and for your best experience with ValtonetGroup. But all the other ISPs, mostly they use DNSs like 8.8.8.8. Alternatively, there is also 8.8.4.4. These are Google DNSs, as well as the cloud-fed DNS, for instance, 1.1.1.1. So if I do apply my settings and come to what has been resolved already with my DNS server, okay, you can see there's 93 items that has been resolved. So I'm gonna flash the cache on my DNS, and I'm gonna wait for the new DNS resolving. Maybe I can just refresh this page. By doing that, I've got my DNSs already resolving into my MikroTik router. But funny enough, there we go. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unwanted adverts on this website. So every time there is a lot of traffic, like let me see if I can point to you. Let me squeeze this window to here and squeeze this window to here. Now I want you to monitor where I've highlighted here, whereby if I get to a website, 1.5 meg, 3.2 megs, 3.5 megabits per second, that has been used only to download adverts, which I don't want on my website or on my network. So ValtonetGroup is technically working on this to clear up all these adverts, like I'm saying. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 adverts, which are pulling about 3.5 megabits per second of your internet. That's why sometimes you call us to say, look, Ben, we do have a 10 megabytes per second, but I'm doing a speed test, I'm only getting 5, because almost half of your bandwidth is being utilized by the adverts. So let me just do a speed test as well. Then you can see my real traffic now that I'm now don't worry about the speed, it's just the speed. 227 megabits per second, and it's almost equal to what I'm getting on the browser. So what I'm getting on my router interface and what I'm getting on my speed test, it's almost equally the same. But some of the packets, like you see right now, I'm having 2 meg, 4 meg downloads, 2.1 meg, where I'm pointing my mouse here. I'm not downloading anything on my computer right now, but the adverts are busy pulling the bandwidth, sorry. So I've got new adverts right now that's just downloaded, and this thing is saying I should try. Okay, that's from Ookla, but now you see there's some guys talking of Xenos intelligent network monitoring system and so forth and so on and so on. So going back, I'll go back to my DNS. I queue all these 3 DNSs and use the Valtonet private DNS .0.3. You don't need to remember this. Don't worry about it. It's all about our technical service. Alright, so if I just go back and back to the speed test, you can see my DNS is resolving. And okay, did I flash the cache? I think I didn't flash the cache. Let me redo it again. Okay, there is still a cache on my DNS. Let me flash here at all and try to refresh and see the magic of. Alright, I think there's a solid cache that stayed in my. Alright, what I'm gonna try to do as well is I'm gonna limit my cache to, let me say, 30 seconds, so that it will automatically flash it, because right now you see there is DNS is sitting here for 24 hours, so it's not gonna give us the best result that we're looking for. 172.3.0.0.3, that's my DNS, my new DNS, and there's nothing here. Let me just open the speed test again and see if our cache is going to be, come on. Okay, I see. I think there is okay, there is a problem. What I'll do is, sorry for that, that's technical as well. You can go, if you're having this kind of a problem, you go to Google and type cmd flash DNS command, for instance. So you come to your browser. Now we're flashing the DNS on the computer because it's sitting on the computer. So we type IP config, to those ones who don't know, /flash DNS. Then it has successfully flashed the DNS. Then let's flash the DNS on my side as well. Then let me just open a new page and do another speed test.ookla and see if my DNS, yes, correct. So we had a challenge of the computer itself had saved the DNS. So what you do, you just go and flash the DNS. So like you see now on my interfaces here, I'm not pulling any much traffic, not even 100 kilobits per second. It's just for the active browser, because there is no adverts pulling my adverts, my bandwidth, sorry. So if I just run a speed test, I'll just get my speed test bandwidth, that's all. No adverts, no nothing. So that's the beauty of having a service provider like ValtonetGroup, who cares about customers, who cares about what is being delivered to customers and not delivered to customers. And also, as you see, my DNS is keeping on disappearing on this page, which I highlighted blue. It's because I've set my DNS to flash every 30 seconds. So you don't need to have that problem that I was just having now of having the DNS stuck in your computer. It is another problem. So you just need to do the command like I showed you. You go to Google, you type cmd flash DNS command, then it will tell you this is the command. For instance, you just type ipconfig /d and flash DNS. then that's all. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you on the other videos. For now, please don't forget to like, subscribe our videos so that we keep on doing more. If this video is helpful, please comment. If it's not, please also comment so that we can improve and see what we can do for you in future. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.